Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Danny here. Today we are going to be doing a book review video, and these are all of my favorite books that I like to read, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to tell you what they have 5 stars on, and kind of like what they're about, because these are some of my favorite books to read, and let's start with the first book. The first book is called Word of a Mouse by James Patterson and Chris Gabenstein. And it's illustrated by Joe Stupfin. And it's a very good book. It's about a mouse. And he's blue. His name is Isaiah. He's this mouse right here. And basically, he and his mouse family are like in a laboratory, and they're like special experiment mice. And so he ends up escaping. Like they all end up escaping, but his family gets recaptured. But he ends up completely escaping, and he finds this house with this girl, and she figures out that they're trying to figure out how to release his family and stuff. It's very good. It has 5 stars by Goodreads, Common Sense Media, and Barnes and Noble, which are all children's books websites. It's very good. It's a very good book. I like this because I like animals and I like fantasy books, sci-fi. It's very good. I like it. So on to our next book. Our next book is called Wish. It's by Barbara O'Connor, and it's this book about a girl who her dad is in jail and her mom is kind of depressed, and so she's sent to live with her aunt and uncle. And then while she's there, she meets this beagle, and she names it. She ends up catching it, and she names it Wishbone, I think. Hang on. Yes, Wishbone. Sorry, guys, I haven't read this book in a minute. But it's a very good, heartwarming story. It's kind of, it's a little, it's not sad, but it kind of makes you feel sorry for her because of the way that she was living before she came to live with her aunt and uncle. But it's a very good story. It's one of my favorites. It has 5 stars by Dogo Books, Barnes and Noble, and Goodreads. Yes, this is probably one of my favorite books that I've ever read, just because of the story of it, and because there's a doggy in there. I like dogs. But let's go to our next book. The next book is Holes. Some of you have probably heard of this because it has been turned into a movie. But those of you who don't know what it is, haven't read the book, or haven't seen the movie, it is about this boy, Stanley Yenlatz, who was framed for doing something that he didn't do. And he's sent to Camp Green Lake. And basically, it's a camp for boys who are who have had the same thing happen to Stanley, except they actually did something. And so basically what they have the campers do is they have them dig holes. None of them know why, but Stanley and his friend Zero actually figure it out, and it's very interesting. It has little flashbacks to the past and stuff, because his family has a strange history, and so does Camp Green Lake. So let's look at its reviews. It has 5 stars by Common Sense Media, Goodreads, and Barnes and Noble. What is my... My dog is doing something, and I don't know what. Dee Dee, what are you doing?
She's eating an egg.
Oh, okay. That's nice. She's eating an Easter egg. All right. So, yes, this is a very good book. It's very mysterious, has a lot of adventure and, like, action in it. It's very good. I would definitely recommend this to be a book that you guys would want to read over the summer or something. So, let's go on to our next book. Our second to last book is Where the Red Fern Grows. It's an older book. It's about this boy and his 2 dogs. So he had a dream, this boy named Billy, he lives out in the country with his family, and he has a dream of getting 2 red-bone coonhounds. And, because he wants to, like, he just wants dogs. He loves dogs. Yes, he loves dogs. So, he actually manages to get 2 without like letting his parents know. And then he brings them back and he starts hunting with them. And then a lot of stuff happens. It's a very good book. It's older, but it's very heartwarming, and it's kind of it's a little sad. It's a little sad. I'm not gonna lie. I cried whenever I finished reading this because it was really sad. There's a couple of movies of it. It's very good. But it has 5 stars from Common Sense Media, Goodreads, and Do Go Books. Yes. So it's a very heartwarming, sad story, but it's one of my favorites. Let's go to our last book. Last but definitely not least, we have Bud, Not Buddy. This is one of my favorite books of all times just because of, like, all of the amazing stuff that happens in it. It was I can't talk, guys. I'm sorry. It was wrote by Christopher Paul Curtis, and it's a very good story. It's about this boy named Bud. His name's not Buddy, it's Bud. He's very clear about that. But he's an orphan. His mom died. He doesn't know where his dad is. And so he's been going around to a bunch of foster homes, and in the book he's in this one terrible foster home, and they put him in a shed because they think that he did something that he actually didn't. And so they put him in the shed, and then he manages to escape, and he wants to find his father. He thinks, so he has some clues to go on. So you see that suitcase right there? He has a bunch of stuff from his mother and stuff that is important to him. In there is a couple flyers, and they all have one thing in common. Herman E. Calloway. He's in a couple of, sorry, my sister's messing with the phone. He's in a couple of bands, and he's in every single one of the flyers. So, Bud thinks that might be his father. And so he tries to find him, and then a bunch of stuff happens, and he finds him. Stop, Ava! A bunch of stuff happens, and then it's not sad, it's just very, you feel kind of sorry for him. Stop messing with the stuff. Okay. So let's go to the reviews. It has 5 star. It has, so this is the only one that I could, stop. So the only website, I'm sorry guys, my sister is being terrible. The only website that I could find had a 5-star review from it was Dogo Books. I don't know how to pronounce it, but there was others. I was just kind of in a hurry to make this video. But yeah, so this is Bud Not Buddy, one of my favorite books. Yeah. Yeah, guys, stop, Ava. I'm sorry, guys. Ava's being a brat. Stop it!
spill that you did spill.
Okay. So, these are my 5 favorite books, and hope you guys like this video. I hope that this inspired you to read this, because it's just these are all very good books. 5 of my favorites, other than the Warrior Cat series. So I hope you guys get the courage to read these, because these are very amazing stories. Hope you guys like this video. Subscribe for more. Leave a like and hit the bell for notifications. See you.